What's happening, guys, and welcome back to our channel. After the immense success of the two Venom movies in the Sony Spider-Man universe, Sony had to delve further into the characters of the movie to bring them to life. Morbius is the adaptation of a vampire character with the same name from the Marvel Comics lore. The character first debuted in the 1971 adaptation of The Amazing Spider-Man. However, there are a lot of things that are unknown about the character. Here's the shocking truth about the Morbius movie. Morbius in Blade. According to Marvel, this vampire character was supposed to appear decades before Jared Leto's adaptation take on the character was released. The character of Morbius was supposed to appear in another Marvel vampire movie, which was Blade. In the 1998 adaptation of Blade, Morbius was supposed to be introduced as an alternate ending to be able to link it to a sequel. The director of the movie Blade was Stephen Norrington, and he wasn't really crazy about the idea of creating Blade 2, so he eventually left. After him, another director, Guillermo del Toro, was supposed to work on Blade 2 with Stephen's ideas, but they ended these plans and decided to bring Morbius to the big screen as an individual character. Unmade Artisan Entertainment Morbius. Back in 2000, the only Marvel movies in existence were Blade and Howard the Duck based on the comics. The Spider-Man series was still yet to grace the big screens. However, in May of 2000, when X-Men was about to come out, it was announced that Marvel will also release a series of movies based on Morbius in collaboration with Artisan Entertainment. The Marvel/Artisan deal worked on other characters like the Punisher and the Iron Fist, but there wasn't any news of Morbius being in the works. They weren't sure who might write it and what to include in this movie. Morbius as Spider-Man villain. When Spider-Man Homecoming was launched, and with its immense success at the box office, the talks of a sequel being in the making immediately started. While they were promoting Homecoming and its sequel Far From Home, the director Jon Watts was openly talking about his ideas for Far From Home. Jon Watts was asked about Morbius ever getting to have a fight sequence with Spider-Man in the upcoming movies. Jon expressed his admiration for the blood-sucking mythical genre of Marvel Comics. Jon Watts also noted that introducing Morbius in a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie would have allowed them to make this movie a lot different than other adaptations of Spider-Man movies. Of course, Morbius didn't appear in the Spider-Man movies, but Jon Watts was very eager about the concept of using Morbius as a villain in his movies. Antoine Fuqua directing Morbius. When the idea of finally introducing Morbius was up and running, Marvel had to find a director. For this project, they looked into a lot of talented artists, including Antoine Fuqua. Antoine Fuqua had been the director of Sony's franchise Equalizer, as well as other movies like Olympus Has Fallen and Training Day. Since Fuqua was proven to bring success to the franchise, it was obvious he would have been Marvel's first choice. In April 2018, Fuqua said in an interview that he did show interest in directing a movie like Morbius, but despite his interest, he passed up the opportunity and chose to go after endeavors like Infinite and The Guilty. Sony once again went on a hunt for a director and finally made a deal with Daniel Espinosa. Karen Gillan convincing Matt Smith. In the world of showbiz, Matt Smith has been burned a few times. He hasn't had a good track record with big-budget films. For example, his role in Terminator Genisys was supposed to stretch on for a couple of movies, but the movies ended up going nowhere and that role eventually disappeared. Similarly, he was about to get a huge role in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, but that role went away as well. So obviously he was cautious about a film like Morbius, but he still decided to join and play the role of Milo, a friend of the titular superhero suffering from a blood disease. Matt Smith has often been given roles of different superheroes, but the role of Milo made him want to join this movie as he was convinced by his co-star Karen Gillan of Doctor Who. Once Karen encouraged Matt, he felt more comfortable with the role of Milo under the direction of Daniel Espinosa. Tyrese Gibson's multi-film commitment. In franchises like Transformers and Fast and Furious, it's no doubt that Tyrese Gibson is familiar with the idea of working in both blockbuster movies and blockbuster characters. Gibson made it clear in an Instagram post that he has joined the Morbius movie while still having 3 different contracts with other movies. He landed the role of FBI agent Simon, which wasn't planned as a one-off. Gibson also said that he was very excited about this role, as the character of Stroud is just as superheroic as Morbius. He's made it clear that there are plans to follow Stroud in multiple movies of Sony's Spider-Man franchise. There are a lot of interesting facts about Morbius, and Jared Leto's take on Morbius is surely going to make fans more eager for whatever Marvel has in store next. Well guys, that's all from us in today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and do be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos going forward. Catch you guys later!